Lounge, live from 92nd in Nashville, formerly 33rd in Emerald, with the same old fantasy football talk. 12 degenerates in both honors compete to be the champion. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? Find out this week on the Fantasy Lounge with your host, Randy Hanson. And Mike Trotta.
As a gym coach, he was a natural. Show me some hustle!
Here's this week's edition of the Fantasy Lounge.
And we are live in the Fantasy Lounge. As always, Mikey Mack on the mic. To the left, Randy Hanson. And Randy, we got a special.
We got to do it for Tuesday.
And we got a special Fantasy Lounge.
Special. Well, a round table edition on a square table, though.
Yes, we actually have a third of the fantasy football league with us today on the lounge. To my right, we got always respectable Ryan Allenberg, and to the left, we got the up and coming, the surging Dave Steuben. And just say
Going for 4.
it's a pleasure that you guys are joining us in the lounge today.
Welcome, boys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to be here, boys.
So, as you know, we're getting into the nitty-gritty into the sold-out touchdown league. And heading into Week 8, some big matchups. And Dave, why don't you talk about last weekend, about that 40-point shellacking of Gallagher? And what that
You know, I do come from German descent, and he's Jewish, so I had, as his history tells, put him in his place.
You've been late on the Blitzkrieg.
So, what I win, by 40 last week?
40, yeah.
Let me pull this up.
But it wasn't the big speed down of the week, was it, Mike?
It wasn't.
I'll just address that right away. Here's the thing. It's like, no matter who I start, I'm going against usually the best team in the league that week. 4 of my 6 losses are against teams that scored the highest points in the league that week. So it's just, it hasn't been my year, and I don't think it's going to be my year. And it probably won't be next year either, or the year after that. So that's the way I'm looking at it. And
Welcomes to Dumpsville.
We're back up to orange level of Mike's fantasy quitting, I guess.
Mood and just my overall depression as a person.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, but we actually had another interesting matchup, and it's convenient that Ryan is here because he laid down a nice 16-point W without his best player. Ryan, why don't you talk about that? Some of your starts were some interesting starts.
I'll be honest with you. Going into that game, I was a little bit nervous. Obviously, I was short Antonio Brown, but Amari Cooper coming up huge. What did he put up? 38, 35, I believe?
He had the best career game.
Yeah, his best career game. I think he career high in yardage at 179, I believe it was. Catches about 11. And right before overtime, too, dropped a potential second touchdown, which would have been a long 50-yarder. So Brady definitely showed out for me and, put the commission in his place, put me up to 6-2.
How about the spot start king last week with another W?
That was huge. I was going to bring that up, actually.
In the Monday night game,
Minnesota D put up their lowest input of the year with 4 points for Lath, and he ended up losing by 10. Tough beat, but also big on playoff implications, too, because as of right now, Andy should be the 6th seed, and that knocks Lath out of playoff.
And we're all 3-5 in my division. Me, Lath, and Matt Channel. We're all
Do you guys
3-5.
want to do the podcast? We try to walk away. All right, can we let's get off fantasy for a second. Can we talk about the Bears? Like, is this the most Bears game of Bears ever?
Yes.
Let's beat the undefeated Vikings. And who cares about having a top draft pick? We're gonna draft probably watch them win the next 4 or 6 games, and we'll draft number 12.
So I'm not on that same kind of mindset as you. I like to see them win, and I really don't think it matters if we get the second pick or the 8th pick. I mean, there's still quality in the first round that early.
Deshaun Kaiser will be there top 5.
It really doesn't matter to me. I like to see Jordan Howard. I like to see Zach Miller again playing well. I like to see fucking Leonard Floyd looking great again. The D-line getting after it. That's what I like to see, and that's something you build on.
Okay. Build that winning culture.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that the Bears' defense would have outplayed Minnesota's defense?
But it wasn't close.
It was much better.
Minnesota was really missing Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, the thing that pissed me off the most is Jay Cutler high-fiving people, having a smile on his face.
Oh, did you hear him at the end of the game? He was the most cheerful I've ever fucking heard him.
It's just unreal.
Who is this guy? This isn't Jay Cutler.
We know
for
who
a
you
contract.
are.
You
know who you are.
It's like, what Jay Cutler does to me? It's like, when you think, you just hate him so much, and then when he plays, you realize Like, he has been the best quarterback that we've ever seen in Bears uniform, and it's not even close.
Yeah, we all thought that the Brian Hoyer dink and dunk play was great. Like, he's not throwing interceptions, he's not fumbling, but
get in the end zone.
we couldn't get in the end zone.
And then, like, McCown was great, and it's just like, but you just forget.
Alshon's happy he's back.
Alshon's happy. Jordan Howard looked great.
Zach
Miller hasn't dropped a pass since 2010. I mean, jeez.
Literally.
It's looking good. All smiles for the Bears.
2010, those are the years you were good, right?
Yeah.
Remember those years?
All right. That's what is Week 9, Trotta? Let's break it down. Let's get right into it so we're not here for 2 hours. Week 9, what is it?
It's called Rivalry Week.
Rivalry fucking week.
Yeah.
Showdowns upon showdowns. We're going to take it back what we used to do on the podcast. We kind of got away from it a little bit. Let's break down the matchups for this week in Week 9.
Let's do that. Let's just start with our matchup because I just want to get that out of the way.
Oh, you want it?
I'm borderline. Well, first of all, I'm borderline. Don't want to start 10-10, but I did just so I don't have to hear shit from the league. But I called that.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It wouldn't have. I called the Julio, Mike Evans. I told Randy before the game started they're going for a combined 60, and I think they went for.
Whoa, that was a way out there kind of pick.
30 piece, 30 bucks piece.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but I'm saying I'm guaranteed.
From those 3 players on, I got 78.4 points.
Yeah.
How about great with just the garbage time touchdown?
Yeah.
I wanted you to be
that actually lost me 4 points because my defense.
Oh.
So there's really nothing. There's really nothing to break down. And you're looking at my team right now. And what it is, I think, is there's like a dead carcass in the road. And what people are doing is instead of
constantly running it over,
instead of people calling for help and to help pick me up, you know what it is? People just driving by.
We all got our cell phones out filming
I got the cell
that.
phones looking, and so that's where I'm at in state of mind. Instead of camp in the Fantasy Blues camp. There's not really much to break down. I mean, Randy's probably going to drop the most points on me again, making that 5 of my 7 losses. I faced the most points. So, I mean, I really got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, that's pretty much anything can happen with Matt Bryan dropping 16, but it's not looking good for Mikey Mack.
Yeah.
All right, let's break down Waldo versus Wasim. All right, Battle of the Middle East.
No, I'd like to hear from, Steuben and Ryan. What do you think about Waldo's team in general? Is he even a viable option in this league right now?
He's got a bunch of big names, but they're not producing for him.
Yeah.
His wide receivers look great on paper, but he just can't get a W. And then Wasim, he's not even starting the defense this week, and I'm pretty sure he'll still win because it's Wasim.
Ryan, is Simo the best player right now in our league?
As of right now, as it stands, absolutely. Especially with what he got with Tyler Eifert coming back last week. Healthy, putting up, I believe, a 25. If Tyler Eifert returns to any form related to what he did last year, look out for him come playoff.
And he starts Humphreys and Sanu, and they both give him quality starts.
Give him a 28. And again, he starts people and they don't hurt him.
No.
Right? They do just enough. And then what's going to happen? Rodgers have a big game. His big studs come up. Now, what's interesting, what do you think about this matchup? Who do you like, Randy?
Well, I'm going to go with Wasim to win this week, of course. But it's really interesting to see what Allen Robinson, Thomas, and ODB have to offer.
Yeah.
That's the only way he's going to win is between those matchups. I like Zeke versus fucking Cleveland for Wasim. I think he's going to have a monster game as he always does.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
That's what's going to be the difference. And is Blake Bortles going to put up some garbage points versus KC?
KC's got a pretty tough secondary, too, so that might be a rough one for Bortles.
It might be like a low-scoring game.
I almost would rather start Derek Carr against
Derek Carr.
Especially after the week he put up 48 points last week. I mean, roll the dice on him. That's my opinion. KC is tough coming in against quarterbacks. They are ranked, as it stands right now, 23rd toughest defense in terms of quarterback scoring against. So I'd roll the dice on Carr if I was Waldo to have any shot. But Simo, all those guys on a bye this week, and he's still with Sanu and Humphreys getting a combined 28.
He's pretty much got my garbage from my team. My guy's back.
Channel started Humphreys last week, gets him an 8, and then, of course, he puts him in and gets a 15.
Yeah.
We'd all take 15s out of our wide receivers.
Absolutely. So let's go around the table. What you got?
Before going into Thursday, I was going to pick Waleed, but after seeing what they put up on Thursday, you got to go Wasim with that 28 points out of those guys.
I'm going to go on a limb and say Waldo. I'm going to say his wide receiver trio gives him 75 points, which pushes him over the top.
Definitely potential.
ODB is only 85% right now. That's what he said. But I'll take 85% ODB over pretty much anyone in the league. I got Wasim to win again.
Yeah, I got Simo once again.
Okay, that's
going 8-1. Then.
Let's break it down. Next matchup in rivalry week.
I'm going to 2 Mats, huh?
No.
Oh, my fault.
Can I go? All right.
I don't been taking over the segment.
I know. We got Lewis versus McCarthy. The battle of the average all-conference OL lineman. Who do you got?
Still have back problems.
Who do you got, Trotter?
You know, I'm not saying I don't like picking. Here's the thing. I gotta give a shout out to McCarthy in general. What a nice bounce back year, and he's made some good starts.
I'm not liking his team at all though this week. It's looking not very good.
Dave, I'm begging to differ on that one, and we'll get into it. I think Dak has a great week against Cleveland. I think Stafford might struggle against a Minnesota team that just got embarrassed on Monday night.
AJ Cutler made him look like
they did.
Swiss cheese.
I think. And, people look at the Tavon Austin start. Carolina's secondary has been horrible, and they've been suspect to the deep ball. Who knows? Tavon Austin might catch a 70-yarder. I don't know. With the way McCarthy's been pushing the buttons, he just finds enough.
It's true though. Yeah, every time he starts somebody, they seem to have their best week. And because just look at his team from Jordan Matthews, Tavon Austin, Sterling Shepard. Those are all players that could put up like a 5 or could put up 15 to 20 points. And then his running backs, Isaiah Crowell and Rashard Jennings, they're nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I'm not liking the Jennings start, but I don't think there's anything else. See, it's tough week with Johnson on the bye. Yeah.
You got to give him a lot of credit, too, by pulling the trigger of actually putting Prescott in over Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, as it stands right now, bottom quarter of the league in quarterbacks, 26th, if I believe.
44
overall quarterback scoring.
44 yards.
That is correct, but I'm just going to say this right now. Even though he's still battling that ankle injury, the last 3 years, he's always started out very slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the second game of the season right about now.
He has yet to run for double-digit yards on a rushing play yet this year.
Tom Brady missed 4 games and has the same amount of rushing yards as.
That's true. They're missing
Marshawn
Lynch
right there, Stokes.
No problem.
Listen, Marshawn Lynch a lot.
Just real quickly on McCarthy's team. Just to tell you how I don't want to talk about me, but let's talk about me. Just give you an idea. So McCarthy on average scores 2 more fantasy points a week than me, and my opponents score an average 30 more points against me than against McCarthy.
I believe you're leading the league in points against.
So but McCarthy's 5-3, I'm 2-6, and so it's really not that much difference between our teams. But he's 5-3.
Absolutely. Are we gonna do like the league alternate universe where like you play different matchups and stuff like that? Do you do that at home to make yourself feel better?
It's what helps.
You're still 2-6. Let's move on.
Yeah, what about? No one talked about Lewis's team.
I'm gonna break down Lewis's team because the emergence of Des Bryant coming back, I think it's huge. I think he has a huge week against Cleveland.
A very good team on paper.
Terrence West against a cushy Pittsburgh run defense. I'm expecting big things out of Terrence West this week. I got Lewis for the win. What do you got?
I got Lewis for the win too. He's got a lot of good matchups. Forte against Miami, they're not too good against the run. His 3 wide receivers look pretty good. He's another thing though. He's not starting Mike Thomas for like the last 4 weeks. He's not started Mike Thomas.
He's still not.
And he's
against
got over 15 points. I don't know. He loves himself some Stephon Diggs.
He's probably the best receiver besides Ty, the best receiver on his team.
Yeah, I don't understand. You gotta get Mike Thomas in here.
Start Michael Thomas. I could trade him to me.
I can see where he's coming from though. He's got Stephon Diggs coming off of a 20-point performance last week, going up against Detroit, which is the bottom feeder in the league.
But it's still Minnesota offense, which is the 30th ranked offense.
That's true. In terms of this matchup, I think it comes down to, at least for Lewis, if T.Y. Hilton can bounce back with a big week after putting up a 2 last week, and going along with what the commish said, Terrence West, I like him for a big week, and I think if him and T.Y. have a big week, he wins this week against
And Lewis, maybe think about possibly starting Latavius. Maybe I get the matchups, but Denver's has been as good against the run. They're middle of the pack.
And Melvin Gordon had a nice, I think, 133
yards. One thing about Latavius, they're going to give him the ball in the red zone. So maybe it gives you a tutty. And plus, they play Sunday night.
So who do you take out, Terrence West? Or I wouldn't take out Forte.
No, you can't take out. I'd probably take out Terrence West. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying just give it a thought.
It's a good problem to have.
He's got options. All right, so who do you got?
I don't know. It's a coin flip. I'm going to go... I'll go Lewis.
There's 3 Lewises?
I'm going to take Lewis just in hopes of giving myself a bigger cushion in the division.
4-0.
4 Lewises.
Let's break down the next matchup. We got the battle of the Mats. We got Jew Baby versus Channel 6.
And you could argue, granted, Channel with the loss last week, these teams are going in the exact opposite direction. Channel feels great about his team. Gallagher, not so much.
Yeah, like I got written right here, one team is trending up and another team has dropped the anchor. So he's going nowhere. Who do you got, Dave?
Well, when I beat you, like I did last week, Gallagher, I'm going to have to go with the other Matt. And that would be Matt Channel. Picked up Dante Moncrief. That's a huge pickup for him. It's kind of solidified his wide receivers. It's got great running backs, even though Devontae Freeman only put up 12. And then you can never count out Breeze, so I'm going to have to go with Channel because Breeze could put up 40 this week.
I think that this game is really going to come down to the health of McCoy. And if he's a go, potentially this game's going to be a lot closer. And I think potentially Gallagher could win this game. It's also Marvin Jones.
Where you been, Marvin?
Yeah,
Where you
and
been?
Brandon Marshall. Are we getting bounce backs from them?
Hey, he's got Cole Beasley, though.
Oh,
Cole
no.
Beasley.
Cole Beasley. Okay. I'm taking Channel for the win.
The thing, all right. I love me some Gallagher. I think Devontae Booker is, really good, and I think he helps Gallagher a lot. That Ingram thing, that's kind of messed up. I feel it kind of works out that way. So basically, you just traded Allen Robinson for Cole Beasley, and so that kind of worked out, I guess, in terms of just fairness of a trade.
Yeah.
Because after CJ goes down, that trade looks great, and then all of a sudden Mark Ingram gets benched. I don't know, man. I don't like Jones at all against Minnesota. I don't know, man. This is, again, another coin flip right now. I'm probably going to go Channel this week. I think San Francisco's pass defense is always pretty bad lately. Breeze probably gives him a 35.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going Channel as well. Watch out for Randall Cobb and Dante Moncrief. Moncrief obviously coming back into form last week, but that Green Bay-Indianapolis game could be a shootout because the Colts are going to have to pass the ball on Green Bay's suspect secondary. And Green Bay's not going to have a problem scoring on Indy's defense.
The only question is Randall Cobb's health right now. He's questionable. We'll see if he still plays. He also has Mike Wallace on the bench. You can play from, which is solid. Wide receiver 3, wide receiver high end, low end wide receiver 2.
And look out for Emmanuel Sanders too, because it looks like Sean Smith, the number 1 corner for Oakland, may not play this week. That could be absolutely huge.
Doesn't matter who's playing.
He played, I believe, 1 snap last week in the win.
Yeah.
He got hurt right away. It's a good number right there.
First off, there's Lil Wayne's on TV right now. How many drugs do you think he's on? This college game day.
Not enough to be sitting next to Lee Corso and not go nuts.
Okay, never
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Lil Wayne, but
That's for another podcast.
I hope he's fine because I really like the man. All right,
Moving on. So who do you got? I got Channel.
Channel.
Channel and a clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Next matchup. Who are we breaking down, Strada?
You're the one leading it. Go ahead.
I'm leading it. Let's go. Let's go a little. Dave, do we do Dave versus Andy?
No, let's do it.
Dave versus Andy. Let's break it down. The battle of childhood best friends. Huge game for Matty Ice already with the
Why I'm
40-burger.
wearing this jersey today.
Can I just add, Eric Ebron is like herpes for Andy. Every couple of weeks he shows up on his team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just unreal. And we all know my feelings about Eric Ebron. Ty Montgomery is the biggest question mark of this game.
He's got that sickle cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned this last podcast. You live by the spot start. You get burned by the spot start, and you start Teron Ward on Thursday night.
Yeah, good start. I like it.
And so again, Andy is the gambler of the league, and he starts these players, and a lot of times it works. But then something like this, it really it kills your chances to win this week. I mean, Yeldon, he hasn't really done much all year. Macklin's been all right.
Going against Denver, Crabtree.
Yeah, so with the spot start, you need Teron Ward to have at least a 10, and he gets you a 3, which hurts.
That's tough. He was in a tough position going into that Thursday night game. Ward was really his only other option, and he's got both of those Buccaneers.
I think for Dave, like I was saying before about Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams could be a huge game if Randall Cobb does not play.
Mm-hmm.
I see Dave wins big this game.
Well, a little nug on Andy. I actually offered him a trade involving Philip Barber. He decided to decline it. He could start him. Granted, Barber only gave him a 9, but still, it could have been an option. He chose not to do it. Right, Dave, you gotta be feeling good about this week.
I am. Well, when your quarterback puts up 39 points, I think everybody would feel good about that. Even Atlanta's defense, they had 12, and then stupid Bright scored a touchdown, brought me down to 8. I'm still okay with that. But I got some good matchups, and I'm not checked out like you guys said last week. I'm obviously in this. Because I'm going to be 4-5, and then I play Lewis the next week. So watch out, everyone.
Well, Dave, you probably should start, ready to check out to the league.
Well, hey, I don't.
Yeah.
I might not need to do that if I win. So.
That's
bold statement there.
Yeah. 4-5 coming.
Hey. I was 0-5. This is some great managerial work right here.
Yeah, you got to give it to him.
It's
4-game win streak. I think it's the hottest in the league right
Yeah,
now.
I haven't won yet, so let's
When you're playing with house money,
Looks
right?
good. I know, it's easy.
Yeah.
You got to like Dave this week, though. I think his wide receivers and their matchups are just too much, especially if Randall Cobb plays. I mean, even Jarvis Landry against the Jets defense, the Jets secondary has been absolutely suspect this year. So I'm picking Dave and probably would have even before Matty Ice put up a 39.
Okay, so let's go across the table. Dave's got himself. I got Dave.
Dave.
Clean sweep number 2.
I think it's number 3.
Three,
Actually.
yeah.
Probably.
Last
Plus
match.
you count ours. Which is
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's
I take my vote away. I'll be a trot move. I can't bet it myself.
Alright.
Last matchup of the week, we got the Battle X Roomies. Who is the better EIU grad? So far, Ryan's not even started quarterback. So what do we even say to that? Do you think he's trying to outsmart himself? Do you think he's trying to be? I'm so glad he's here on the podcast because I wanted
It's
to
the fantasy
bring it up.
Riddler.
Since he's been here, I haven't asked him. But are you think you're like the fantasy Schwab? Like you're trying to set a new trend? Like you don't want to drop anyone, so you're not going to start a quarterback and maybe just take the L? Is that your thinking right now?
No, I'm not going to take the L. I'll have a quarterback in there before noon rolls around on Sunday.
Can you let me know who you're going to drop, please?
Yeah, it'll probably end up being Amari Cooper, so keep an eye out for that.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
They
I
actually
like
can't drop him. He's undroppable.
So,
I mean,
can you give us some breaking news, some insight of who you think about starting? Me personally, I like Fitzpatrick against Miami.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick against Miami is an option. I was eyeing Colin Kaepernick, not thinking that Lath would have the goal to sit Tyrod Taylor, but he's going into Seattle against a 12th man at their place. So that was a good pickup by Lath.
I hope the worst.
Cody Kessler? You're not feeling Cody Kessler?
I'll be honest with you, a little bit of Chris Hogan maybe, if I can maybe switch him in and put him in over Golden Tate against Minnesota.
Oh.
Little Corey Coleman, Browns quarterback action, I don't know. Someone wants to go ahead and jump on the waiver wire and screw me over. Congratulations, you now have a Browns quarterback on your roster.
Nice.
I look at this matchup and I just, it just makes me sad because I think about Lath the first couple weeks, how
just
how
so
great
high.
he was.
We were all excited about his team.
Yeah, and it's just kind of been unfortunate what's happened to him. And so, I've been there.
Now, why?
Like
He's got Hayden right now, who's not going to play, and he's got Ajay.
No, High's playing.
He's got 0 right now projected.
Yeah, but as of right now, he's saying it's questionable, but he's practiced on a limited basis all week, so it's looking like they're going to roll him
I
out
mean, the
there.
Jets' defense is pretty stout against them.
It is.
if I have it written right here,
Ride the
if
hot
not
hand.
late this week, do you just retire at life? Like the dude is just plunging down, plummeting.
He doesn't have a bad team, though. That's the thing.
His
Just
wideouts are
Can't
good.
buy a win right now.
And he's got Julian Edelman on a bye.
He's got the
obviously
number one
helps
running
you.
back. So,
Yeah, I gotta look more into it. It's just, I get the Kaepernick start against New Orleans. We'll see. I don't know. I just think Ryan's team with Brown coming back off a bye, Big Ben,
Mhm.
back in the saddle.
Big Ben
He's right now. Tomlin said,
We've all seen this movie before.
"I know we've seen this. He'll be out there dead." But Tomlin said that he's for sure the backup. He's dressed no matter what. So the question is, but he took first team stats.
What
First team
does this
stats.
guy do on his off weeks when he's injured? Like, how do you come back 2 weeks after having knee surgery and you're going to play in the
Probably
NFL?
pots and
He's-
biking it in. And
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing, he needs to talk to Derrick Rose and get him on that fucking plan.
I
That's
think he's on the
a-
Brett Favre medication plan. Pops a couple
Something.
Percocets before he jumps
And
out
just
there and
whipping your
slings
dick
the
out
ball.
anytime possible.
It's a tough one. I think I don't know. I kind of like some of the matchups for. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Lake's only projected at 113. I think he goes above that. I think he's in the 130s, so that gives him a shot.
I got late for the win.
I got late for the win. I'm sorry, Ryan, but you got a hard week with buys.
I'll be honest with you, the bye killed me this week. I got Lath as well. Little nugget, Antonio Brown, only one career touchdown against Baltimore secondary, and they got Jimmy Smith back.
They play very tough against each other. It's probably going to be like a 17-10 game.
Brown will get his catches, he'll get his yards, but I don't see him getting to the end zone, and I think I need that to win, especially if I'm planning on starting a
Yeah,
Cleveland Browns
Big
quarterback.
Ben career is like 13 for 11
Just
touchdowns, interceptions for Baltimore.
Just some great nugs by the people to my right and left this week. Really bringing it to you, right? People are
What happens
talking.
when you get four
I wasn't
guys
talking to
on
you.
the bench?
I know.
I was talking to Ryan and Stu. Just really bringing it. And so that does all our matchups.
That's it for the matchup. Dave, on the other hand, has brought up a new segment. Is that true?
Let's hear it. Guest segment.
Straight from the mind
Guest
of
segment.
Dave Stupid. It's a little poor man's. And what we're going to talk about is we're going to give the stats of someone that's high profile, the rich man version. But then, you know what? There's also that poor man that, goes out really unrecognized and putting up similar stats. And he's the poor man version of maybe the high profile, top notch guy. And so we're kind of
Right.
interested to see what kind of stats you're throwing at us, Dave.
So we're going to start out with your man, Doug Baldwin.
Oh, jeez. He's horrible.
On the year, 51 targets, 38 receptions, 481 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's 97 fantasy points.
Fourth rounder.
Okay. So then we have the mystery man with 61 targets, 35 receptions, 490 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Can you guys take a guess?
Can you name a team? Like,
No,
who-
it's a team. He
A
can-
division.
No, what about the conference? AFC, NFC.
That works.
He's in the AFC.
Okay. I got a guess. I'm gonna go with. I was gonna say Mike Wallace, but I think he's found the end zone more than 3 times.
I believe so as well.
I'm gonna go Mike Wallace.
Interesting. No. Can I go maybe Sammy Coates?
Oh, that's exactly what my guess was going to be. I'll try and
You were
switch
wrong,
it
and you
up.
two are right. It is Mike Wallace
Oh, how about that?
with 105 fantasy points. So at the beginning of the year, who would have thought Mike Wallace would be?
Did he even get drafted?
I don't even think he did.
No,
he didn't because I picked him up and I dropped him.
Yeah, he was a
for
pickup.
week 1.
And I mean that's a credit to Channel too. He's played him a lot actually.
Yeah.
He's got some great mileage out of those still fresh legs. Because people were kind of debating on is Mike Wallace even relevant anymore? Like the whole Minnesota experiment was terrible, and then when he was in Miami, he caught a couple deep balls, but that was it. So good for Mike Wallace getting his career back on track.
Let's turn around here. All right, so second guy we got our boy Allen Robinson.
Oh,
God.
good God.
70 targets, 32 receptions.
Wait,
Shut up,
hold on,
Hank.
let's break that down real quick.
32 receptions, 366 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Less than 50% catch percentage.
That's horrible.
He's got
That's a lot on Bortles.
86.6 points this year.
Mhm.
Then we go to our mystery player, 59 targets, 36 receptions, 502 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He plays in the NFC.
I think I know this.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think he played on my team.
No, he plays in the AFC.
No, he plays in the AFC. Okay, never mind that.
Because I have a pretty good guess.
You can probably look at my paper. But
Could
go
you,
ahead.
could you give us the stats one more time?
Because I just looked at him because I'm in a different league.
Could you give us the stats one more time?
For the mystery player,
The poor man.
he has 59 targets, 36 receptions, 502 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
In the AFC, huh?
Yes.
What do you got, Ray?
I know it because I got it stat for later on in this commissioner's corner.
Want to give us a little shot right there?
AFC player, I'm going to go with maybe Kenny Stills? No, you don't have that many targets.
I'm gonna go with. I don't think Hogan's.
Let's make this quick, people.
I'm gonna go with Hogan from the Patriots.
Okay.
I don't think he's got that many targets.
I already know it's Quincy Enunwa.
It is Quincy Enunwa.
Oh, nice.
He's on my team also.
You started him this week?
And so again,
Started last week. He had 19 points.
Quincy
I saw that.
Enunwa, when Decker was there, he was still getting production.
He was-
and now with Decker gone, like he's been really, really good.
He was targeted 12 times last week.
He's a big guy,
Especially with Brandon Marshall being in the
He's got
shadow.
that tight end body.
Yeah,
If anybody wants him, sitting on my bench, I'll take some trade offers for him. So,
interesting.
all right. So we have. Which one am I going with here? Oh, I'm sorry. T.Y. Hilton.
Okay. Well, who's been great though?
He's been great. He has been. 82 targets, 46 receptions, 709 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
That's great.
And we have our mystery man. 75 targets, 47 receptions, 569 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Terrell Pryor.
6 tutties.
Mm-hmm.
AFC. Who's the AFC?
He's AFC.
6 tutties. That's fine in the end zone. I think Pryor. I'm gonna go Pryor too because he has found the end zone a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pryor.
It is not. It is Michael Crabtree.
Crabtree.
Ooh.
All right. And he was drafted, but a late round
He
draft
was
pick.
very late.
I believe he was probably an 8th or 9th round draft pick. Andy picked him up, I believe.
way behind Amari Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
He has more points than Amari Cooper. This
Oh,
year,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Is that all the poor man?
that's it. I only did 3.
Oh, dude, I was liking that little.
Yeah, we got to bring that back. That's a
Bring
repeat
that
segment.
one in next week.
Good segment. All right. Well, brings us to pretty much almost wrapping up here, and we're gonna talk everybody's favorite segment because it's my segment. I'm talking about pop-off, drop-off, and I cheated a little bit on this because we could go to the text evidence. My pop-off was Brandy's combo receivers. I predicted over 60, and what do you know? I think they got. I want to say close to 70. Or no, it was like 65 points. Mike Evans just too much. Julio Jones just too much. And I just knew it was going to happen. I didn't even watch the game because, I just knew. Julio going against Tampa D and then, Mike Evans going against Atlanta D. That's just prime real estate for those guys. And congratulations on the W already. After Thursday.
Why are you trying to do the kiss of death for
I'm
yourself? You're trying to do anything for yourself.
I'm really not.
You're that bad juju.
I'm really not. I think
He's in a bad spot.
here's the thing. My drop off is going to be a little interesting. I'm going to go with Jarvis Landry. Dave, you're not gonna like this.
No,
too
I
much.
don't like that at all.
Okay, I think
Not
the
fan.
Jets defense is gaining momentum. Granted, Buster Screen
Where?
Yeah, Buster Screen, second corner.
So he's pretty he is pretty bad in the in the slot, but I think they're gonna shadow him with Revis. We'll see. I think Revis gonna get some.
Revis doesn't play a slot.
He moves around with everybody.
No, not really.
We'll see. Anyway, we'll see, Dave. I don't need your banter right now. I think Jarvis Landry with the rejuvenated Jets defense. I think Jarvis Landry goes for under 10, and so that's my drop off. Dave, you get to shake your head all you want, but let's check out on Sunday.
We
all right?
will.
Will you be
I don't know if you're
will you
gonna be
be here
here
to
or
watch?
not.
Will you be here to watch?
So we won't be able to check it
He'll
out.
be in the front room watching the Colts game.
Probably. I'm watching whatever Mariota's playing. That's what I'm doing. All right. So that's a little power drop, a little mild, wide receiver based.
Who's popping off?
I already gave the pop off
Oh.
video, and I predicted it. But it was just we did it before I filmed it, so
Yeah.
it looks bad, right? It looks like I'm not doing my homework, but
It doesn't.
you know. All right. Now, I heard we got a very, very juicy and a very long-awaited Commissioner's Corner. So, Randy, we're all eager. We're all ready to listen to some good Commish Corner coming up.
It's officially November 3rd, 2016,
It's actually
week 9.
It's actually the 4th.
Yeah.
Or the
It's
5th.
the 5th.
Yeah,
I don't know when I'm right. November 5th. Hello. I'm looking straight into the camera. And there's only one person who knows this time who's in the Commissioner's Corner. It's Matthew Ryan Gallagher. You've been talking for weeks about how good your team is, but it's just like the stock market crash, the writing's been on the wall. Let's take one of your best players, Marvin Jones, the guy you said that will win you the league. The last 4 weeks he's had a combined 42.7 points. While his counterpart, Golden Tate, has had 64.8 points, and his targets have gone up drastically. Is Marvin Jones not the number 1 anymore? That's only player 1. Player 2, Brandon Marshall. With only 26 points the last 3 weeks, and he still has a bye, and he plays New England twice.
Ooh.
Listen to that silence.
But I knew this is what Gallagher's been asking for
Was a moment of
weeks.
silence for
Let
his
that
team.
soak in.
Gallagher's been asking for weeks to be in the corner, and I said, "Wait your turn, man. It's coming." And I knew it was this week when he offered me Mark Ingram. Mike Ingram's my uncle. Mike Ingram
He's
for
probably just as good as Mark.
Mike
Last week.
Mike
Put up more
Ingram
points than
for
the rest.
Dillonsby, straight up.
I would have done that.
I would've- He also offered me, side note, Marvin Jones for Golden
And
Tate.
he's-
Not straight up, but it was.
Yeah,
part
but
of
he's
the
been saying I've been nipping at his heel for weeks. This is the week that he loses, I win, and I don't look back with the division. So Gallagher, it's been a good run for about 8 weeks at being number 1.
5 weeks technically because he's 5-0 now. He's 5-3.
I know.
Who's 5-0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Gallagher plummets maybe to be even out of the playoffs. Wouldn't that be a story?
Taking a spot. Going for it.
There's a lot of competitive 3 and 5 teams out there. Dave's team's on the up channel. We'll talk about
And
his
the
division.
best part of all, Gallagher, I just want to let you know, is this year, like, you made it quite relevant and quite letting everyone know you've run your team the entire time. So you have to live with this.
Hey, where's
And
Ricardo?
no one else is getting blamed. It's only you, Matt. Jew baby, the Jew Navy, going down in flames. So Matt's on top of the pier, whatever, the lookout, screaming, "Iceberg dead ahead!" And guess what? This ship's going down, Gallagher. And guess what, baby? We all know you're the captain, so guess who's going down with it? And that's it for the Commissioner's Corner this week.
So some great references from the corner, and that's what we look for. I think everybody has a grueling week, and the Commissioner Corner usually brings some laughter and some joy into 11 members of the league.
Absolutely. We kept it under 30. We're going to keep it under 40 by the time we're ranking up this thing. This week, let's just throw out there. I want to get the mannequin going.
Wait, what?
Mannequining? With the
With the
with the league. I don't know if it's possible with Kane because he's an ass, but I want to get it going with a good shot with the league. We got to invite everyone over. Let's get them all. Let's get them all here again. Lewis maybe be a no-show. Who knows?
I'll stand
Yeah, I'll be
in my mannequin pose. How about?
Try. Let's hope.
We'll actually bring a mannequin for money.
Yeah.
All right, well, as
Probably
always,
gives us as much.
remember, guys, check out the Sold Out Touchdown League Twitter. We're getting every time I look, we're getting more and more followers.
I know, we're just
Yeah.
creeping on up.
They're like in the mid 50s, I think.
I know.
Yeah, so I mean,
The memes have just been a point.
the memes, the gifts have been great.
I sit at home, I think about those a lot.
And Dave's been chiming in too on his own Twitter account, throwing some great memes at the league and some gifts at the league. Much appreciated. And we got two. How about the two guests coming in, bringing it?
Thank you. That's good. A little handshake.
Yeah, that was some really good, some good nugs from some teams that are both on the ups, as you will say. So, anybody else? Any closing remarks before we head out?
It's just
Just make sure to read chapters 3 and 4 this week. It's your homework in Siberian Huskies. You
Yes.
can find it at your local
Be
library.
prepared for.
Randy clearly didn't read that book.
Nope. So, and as always, it's never too late to come relax at the lounge. Take care, y'all.
Good night, Italy.
Peace out for Harambe.
Peace out.
Suck it, Gallagher.